Rhea Ripley sends 5-word message after Naomi pins her at WWE SummerSlam 2025. Rhea Ripley has once again found herself on the losing end of a high-stakes match, and this time it's at one of the biggest stages in WWE, SummerSlam Night 2. The former Women's World Champion went into the premium live event with hopes of reclaiming the title she once held with pride, but things didn't go her way. In a heated triple threat match against reigning champion Naomi and the ever-unpredictable Io Sky, Ripley came up short. Naomi managed to retain her title, rolling Ripley up for the pinfall and securing a massive victory in front of a packed crowd. Shortly after her loss, Rhea Ripley took to her X/Twitter handle to share her thoughts. In just a few words, she conveyed the way of the night's outcome. "I think I hate SummerSlam." That simple yet powerful post revealed more than just frustration. It hinted at the emotional toll the match, and perhaps her recent WWE journey, has taken on her. This wasn't just any loss. It was a culmination of months of effort, comeback, and persistence. For Ripley, the stakes were higher than ever. She had been climbing her way back to the top ever since she lost the Women's World Championship to Io Sky earlier in the year on an episode of Raw, right on the road to WrestleMania 41. That title loss marked a major shift in her career trajectory. Once the undisputed powerhouse of the women's division on Raw, Ripley has struggled to reclaim her footing since then. The triple threat match at SummerSlam Night 2 was supposed to be her moment of redemption. Naomi's win at Evolution 2025, where she cashed in her Money in the Bank contract during the main event and claimed the women's world title, was seen by many as a shakeup to the division. Naomi came into SummerSlam with momentum and fire, but Ripley was just as determined. Adding Io Sky to the mix made the match even more unpredictable. Sky had her own motivations and history with both Naomi and Ripley, making the chemistry in the ring volatile from the opening bell. As the match unfolded, it became clear that all three women were operating at the highest level. There were high-impact moves, near falls, and unexpected counters. At one point, Ripley seemed to have control, using her brute strength and ring awareness to dominate both opponents. She delivered signature moves with precision, nearly pinning Naomi after a riptide that shook the ring. But Naomi, ever resilient, managed to kick out, to the shock of the crowd and Ripley herself. Io Sky, known for her aerial offense and unorthodox style, brought chaos to the match. Her high-flying attacks and strategic use of the environment kept both Ripley and Naomi on their toes. At one point, she launched herself off the top rope, taking down both women with a spectacular moonsault that had the crowd on its feet. Despite Ripley's best efforts and moments of control, the match came to a sudden and shocking conclusion. As Ripley attempted to set up for another riptide on Naomi, Naomi countered with a slick roll-up. The referee's hand hit the mat for the third time before Ripley could react, and just like that, Naomi retained her title. The arena erupted in cheers for the champion, while Ripley was left to process the result. In the moments that followed, the camera caught Ripley sitting in the corner of the ring. Disbelief and frustration etched across her face. She didn't throw a tantrum. She didn't lash out. Instead, she simply sat there, letting the weight of the moment sink in. Her body language said it all. This one hurt. This wasn't just another loss. It was a missed opportunity to reclaim her place at the top of the mountain. Her post on social media later that night summed up what many fans were already thinking. "I think I hate SummerSlam." Those words didn't just reflect disappointment in the result. They reflected the emotional wear and tear trying so hard for so long without getting the reward. Ripley is a fighter. She always has been. But even the toughest warriors have their breaking points. Looking back at Ripley's journey, it's clear she's faced more than just in-ring challenges. Ever since losing the women's world title, her path has been full of obstacles. Whether it was dealing with Judgment Day-related drama, injuries, or shifting rivalries, Ripley hasn't had a clear path to redemption. Her fans have watched her claw her way back into contention, only to fall just short time and time again. The WWE Universe has always had a deep respect for Ripley's intensity, grit, and authenticity. She isn't one to sugarcoat her emotions or pretend everything is fine. That's what makes her connection with the fans so strong. When she wins, it feels like a shared victory. When she loses, especially like this, It feels like a collective gut punch. Her honesty, both in the ring and on social media, is part of what makes her so compelling. Now, the big question is, what's next for Rhea Ripley? This loss could be a turning point. She's no stranger to reinvention. From her early days in NXT to becoming the nightmare of WWE, Ripley has continuously evolved. She's faced setbacks before and always found a way to come back stronger. But this time, things feel different. The emotion in her post, the look in her eyes after the match. This isn't just about the title. It's about legacy. It's about respect. It's about proving to herself and the world that she still belongs at the top. Some fans are already speculating whether this could lead to a major character shift. Could Ripley break away from Judgment Day? Could she take time off and come back with a new look, new attitude, and renewed hunger? Or could she double down on her current persona and come back more vicious than ever? Whatever direction she takes, one thing is certain. Ripley won't stay down for long. She's built her career on resilience. Her in-ring talent, charisma, and presence are undeniable. A setback at SummerSlam doesn't erase the years of dominance she's displayed. If anything, it adds fuel to her fire. The nightmare may be down, but she's far from out. Meanwhile, Naomi's victory cements her status as a deserving champion. Cashing in at Evolution was bold, and defending the title at SummerSlam against two of WWE's most dangerous women proves she's not just a fluke champion. She's here to stay. Her performance under pressure, especially with the odds stacked against her, speaks volumes about her growth and determination. Io Sky also proved she's still a major threat. Her agility, unpredictability, and tenacity kept both Naomi and Ripley on edge. Though she didn't win, she reminded everyone why she's one of the most dangerous competitors in the women's division. Expect her to remain in the title picture in the weeks to come. As for Ripley, this might be the start of a new chapter. Whether she seeks revenge, reinvention, or redemption, she has a WWE universe watching and waiting. Her story is far from over. In fact, some might say the next chapter could be the most powerful one yet. Pain often leads to transformation in WWE, and Ripley's pain right now is raw, real, and relatable. In the coming days, the fallout from SummerSlam will continue to unfold. Interviews, promos, and backstage segments will offer more insight into Ripley's mindset. Will she confront Naomi? Will she call out Io Sky? Or will she turn her attention to someone else entirely? One thing is clear. Rhea Ripley doesn't back down from a fight. She thrives in adversity. She's been the hunter and the hunted.
If you love your father, then subscribe the channel, and those who love me show your love by liking and subscribing.